Hi, welcome to another Mommy TMI with More Than Mommies. This is Janene, and I'm vlogging today with my sister Nicole. Meredith sent us the questions, so I'm going to go ahead and read you her questions and give you my answers, and then let Nicole answer them, and then you can link up with us on Friday. The first question is, what is your favorite Thanksgiving side dish, and why would anyone top a vegetable with marshmallows? My favorite Thanksgiving side dish is stuffing. I love stuffing. I love any kind of stuffing. Like, my mother-in-law makes a completely different stuffing than my mother, and I love them both. Yours?
Yeah, I would say stuffing's always been my favorite, and Mom makes extra stuffing just because she knows that we both like it so much.
Mm-hmm. Stuffing. And as far as someone topping a vegetable with a marshmallow, all I can think of is that, maybe they didn't think that it looked pretty, so they put some marshmallows on top of it.
I don't know. Maybe to make it sweeter, just to see what it would taste like.
Yeah, they were brave.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 2 is, tell us your favorite awkward neighbor story. And I had one that I was going to tell you, and Nicole says, well, what about the time that you thought? So I'm going to tell you this one instead. At my old house, I had a window that looked right out into my neighbor's big back deck. My neighbor had about 6 yappy little dogs. I mean, they were little, yappy, and they were always on her back deck, just making a huge mess. One day I looked out, and this dog was laying there, and it wasn't moving. It wasn't breathing. It wasn't moving at all. So I thought, well, maybe it's just sleeping, and I can't see that well. So I walked away, and a little while later I went, and it was still there. And I mean, this went all day. So I was waiting for her to come home, and she never came home. It was like 6 o'clock, and I thought, you know what? I got to call the police and tell them that my neighbor's dog is dead on her back porch. So I called the police, and they go up there, and they walk up the steps. I mean, they saw it from my yard, and they're like, yeah, it looks like it's, So they walk up there, and they started laughing. Here it was, a stuffed animal that looked like one of the dogs that was just laying on the back deck. But because the dogs were always on the back porch, they had kind of messed around it, and there were flies all around it. So I really thought it was a dead, rotting dog, but in actuality, it was a stuffed animal.
I was there for that. Do you remember?
Well, you weren't there when I called the police.
Yeah, I was. Because that was the same day that we saw the dog. The lost dog, remember?
Yeah. There are lots of dogs in my old neighborhood.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite awkward neighbor story?
Not really. No. The only time was when, no, I can't think of one.
No?
No. Because I reminded you of that one. And
What about the time that Mom was taking a bath and Mike Palladino walked in? You remember that story?
No, I don't.
Yeah, Mom was taking a bath, and you know how at our old house on Kenneth, we used to just leave the door open because we would be running in and out, and Mom was taking a bath, and Mike thought that there was nobody in there, and he went in there.
Yeah, I remember that. We were really young, though.
We were little.
Because it was Kenneth Avenue.
Okay. All right. The last question is, what are your kids' most persistent tactics to delay bedtime, and why do they always win? My kids actually don't delay bedtime too much, but it seems like right before they're ready to go to bed, they tell me they're hungry. That seems to be and they win because
definitely.
Do you ever see that commercial where the mom's in there and she's reading the kid a bedtime story, and there's the little thing that comes up that says so many kids go to bed hungry every night, and I always think my kids don't have to be hungry, so I should feed them, and I think they know that it tugs at my heartstrings a little bit. I don't want them to be hungry when they're going to bed. So I would say that that's probably the most persistent tactic they have to delay bedtime around here.
I would say that one, and also Angelina always reminds me, okay, you have to read for 30 minutes, or we have to read for 15 minutes, and we always at least read a little bit, but it's always, okay, Mom, you have to read. Okay, Mom, you have to read.
Well, reading is a good thing.
I understand that.
I guess those aren't really delay tactics. It's just they wait. I guess they are, because they wait for the last minute.
Yeah.
They could eat something at 7 o'clock and still be in bed at 8:30.
Exactly.
But they wait until 8:40 to tell me that they're hungry.
And we would always read maybe at 6 o'clock, but then she wants another book right before bed. Or you need to sing to me. That's another one, too.
Yeah, well, I have to sing to them, too.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. There are our 3 questions. I will type them up and have them in our post so that you can answer them and then link up with us on Friday at the More Than Mommy's Mixer. We'll see you there.
Bye. Bye.